Good morning, everyone. It's Penny here, not in the van for a change. I wanted to check in. I had hoped to make a video every morning of this trip. And yesterday, I was overnight in a campground in Pennsylvania where I did not have internet. I'm still there. I'm going to try to make this video and get it out when I get back on the road, and hopefully you can forgive me for the first day missing a video. So I feel wonderful. I slept 10 hours, a little over 10 hours. It's quiet here and serene. And I've done a lot of thinking about things. And I've decided I'm going to view this trip as a recovery of joy road trip. One thing that Parkinson's does, at least for most people, is steal your joy. Everything flattens out. You don't smile anymore. Your emotions change because it's a brain disorder, and it affects a lot of things, including moods. So I have been feeling very flat. Nothing brings me joy, and that's been wearing on me. I guess it's been a couple of years like that, but so some things that I'm doing that are helpful so far is communing with nature, listening to my dog react to people walking down the road. So I'm going to pause this. So without internet, I have been amusing myself in other ways. I have carried this book, American Nomads, with me for a couple of years. I've never been able to get through it, and I'm still not reading it, but it is my intention on this trip to maybe finish it, at least decide whether I'm going to continue carrying it. It's a good book. It's very interesting. It's quite old, but very relevant. But what I have been reading, well, let me start by saying I'm so excited that I'm able to read. I don't know, I can't say why I'm able to read now, but generally I have a hard time keeping my attention. My thoughts wander when I'm reading, but I don't know. Yesterday, my window opened up. So before I left, someone in my Parkinson's support group handed me this book and suggested that I take it with me. It is called, If I Can Climb Mount Kilimanjaro, Why Can't I Brush My Teeth? And it's the story of a woman, an accomplished outdoors woman, and her journey through diagnosis and living with and thriving with Parkinson's. So it seemed relevant, and I am enjoying it. So I'm happy to be reading, but truthfully, I do get tired reading. So I've also been listening to some of my old Audible books, audible.com. I have one that I've really been enjoying by Clarissa Pinkola Estes. I hope I'm getting that right. She wrote many years ago, Women Who Run with Wolves. You may remember it. It was a runaway bestseller, New York Times list for, I don't know, forever. This one is called Theater of the Imagination, and it's helping me find my way back to myself, really. I think Parkinson's has really taken a toll on me in that I've lost my center. I've always been a goal-oriented person and enjoyed projects, and I just have had a hard time with that lately. But the project at hand for me now is a recovery of joy road trip. I think I have about 21 more days to recenter myself and go back to Virginia and the care of my grandson with renewed focus and energy. I'll keep you along on that trip. I want just to update you on the van. It's doing great. It needs an oil change. I'm going to try to tackle that today. It's quite overdue, and the last thing I want to do is mess around with the health of my van. put a lot of money into keeping this van healthy. It's quite old, as you know, 2012. It has 148,000 miles on it. Original, just about the original everything. I've replaced what the mechanics told me should be replaced. And initially when I bought the van, I put over $2,000 into maintenance. Although it was fine, it had a few things that were big projects. And so I'm going to try to get the oil changed today. I'm going to try to find a resupply place, hopefully a Trader Joe's, because part of my health journey is eating well, and I can't afford Whole Foods. Eating well is cheaper at Trader Joe's. I left Virginia with a couple of days of produce from my daughter's garden. Thank you, Emma. Kale, Swiss chard, and tomatoes. I forgot the cucumber and peppers. But with this pandemic of explosive diarrhea that's happening across the country right now from some unknown parasite found in produce, I'm happy to have sourced my salads from a place I know that won't be an issue. Because of course washing produce on the road in a tiny little van is difficult. So I think that's all for right now. I'm going to stop this video, and I think I'll just give you, I'll stop the video and then restart it and give you a little bit of a tour of my campsite. Nothing spectacular, nothing terribly unusual, but for me, very grounding, and I appreciate that. By the way, the wonderful weather we've had here is mid to high 70s and then low 60s at night. So it is wonderful. I closed the van up last night, proceeded to kill a bunch of mosquitoes that had suddenly materialized out of nowhere after none all day. Killed the mosquitoes, went to sleep, slept 10 and a quarter hours undisturbed. Feeling pretty good. All right, guys, thanks so much. Watch for the rest of the video, which will be a little bit of the campground. So here's my campsite. Fire ring, which went unused except as a focal point for where I sat. Here's the van. It's my coffee spot for this morning, and I will just let you take a peek in my messy van because I haven't done a tour of my van for quite some time. So hopefully I'll get to that while I'm out on this trip. So, well, there's the outdoor, the stuff that sits outside to give us more room. So maybe it's too dark in here to see today. Oh, there's the mess. My coffee kit already put away, and trying to make Holly stay still so you can see her, but she's on the leash. We're going to take a walk. All right, let me close this up. We'll take a little walk around the loop. I hope you can hear the bird song. It's been so pleasant. Yesterday was Sunday and the campground was not full, but there were quite a few families and a lot of family sounds, and it was really nice, but it put Holly on edge. It seems that she's not used to being on the road. We've been off the road for about a little over 4 months, and she has gotten used to being stationary. Oh, I hear another dog. I see berries that are getting ripe. Oh, I have to pick up after Holly. So berries are beginning to get ripe. They're everywhere here. It's my favorite. One of my favorite things of the year in spring is to eat the wild berries, but it's not happening this time. We're a little too early, and I suspect that as I go further north, it will remain the case, and I won't be able to have any berries this year. Maybe when I get to Virginia, I can find a spot near my daughter's. People are still sleeping. It's about, I think, about maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. People are waking up. Some people are packing up. Said berries, not ripe. I'm going to stop and fill up my water bottles here at this water source, which is really nice because I suspect it's fresh mountain water, unlike what I get when I fill up at the Walmart for 50 cents a gallon in their little reverse osmosis machines. Everything is taken out of it. Mountain water still maintains the minerals. So you're hearing the sounds of people packing up and getting ready to go. I would love to stay for another day or several more days, actually. I think being without internet is good for me. It's probably good for everyone once in a while. And I would do that, except that it costs $29 a night, which is more than reasonable. That's the rate for Pennsylvania non-resident minus the senior discount. But I can't really do that because that adds up and my budget just doesn't accommodate that. So I'm going to continue on today after my supply stop. I'm going to look for, well, I'll give you a clue. I'm going to look for a hip campsite, and I'll explain what that is if you don't know. And I think it's an alternative to the boondocking lack on the East Coast. But I'll explore all that in the next video, hopefully. So we're back at our campsite. Thanks for joining us, and more to come. So I'm stopped at the Pennsylvania Welcome Center in Matamoras, PA, near the border. I'm just about to leave Pennsylvania, so I guess this is on the other side as I'm heading towards New England. It's a very typical for Pennsylvania rest stop. It's quite nice, well manicured, well maintained, but a little tiny dog area, which Holly hates, and I hate too, but let's see if I can get out of it. The lady at the desk was very helpful. She gave me a postcard. I think I've mentioned before that I send them home to my grandson at each state that I visit. Very often you can get them at welcome centers. They gave me a very nice one, and they pointed me, a very nice lady, pointed me to the post office, which is about 1.5 miles away. So we are headed there, and then we're going to go to get an oil change, and then resupply, and then find a place to camp for the night. So here I go. I'm getting ready to go over the bridge. I think I'm going to be, I don't know, I think I'm going to be in another state in a minute. Not sure which one, not sure where I'm at. The theme of this road trip is spur of the moment decisions. So anyway, it's quite beautiful wherever it is I am at. Gonna have to find a place to get back on the highway, continue on down the road, but just bringing you along for part of the crazy day I'm having. Oh, I think I see I'm in Port Jervis now. Going to park. Oh, I had to make a quick parking detour because they're having some sort of emergency. Several fire rescue vehicles going down the road. Anyway, I'm going to stop this video, figure out where I'm at and what the heck I'm doing. Guys, I went over a bridge quite by accident while I was mailing a postcard, and I found myself in Port Jervis, New York. I don't know how I'm in New York, but I'm in New York. I wanted to show you how cute this little town is. I have been dying for a slice of northeastern United States pizza. Here it is. I parked here by accident, ran in and got a slice. A slice and a diet soda, $5.05. What a day. Setting my pizza here, and I am going to go find a place to park because I am in one of the few parking spots at this pizza place, and I don't want to keep people who are on their lunch break from running in and getting pizza. Crazy busy place. Alright guys, tour continues. Finding joy every place I can. Right now it's at a pizza shop. I'm in heaven. For those of you who don't know, East Coast pizza rocks. Especially, apparently, New York. This is great pizza. It's so full of grease and flavor and happiness. So we're wrapping up our oil change. We're getting back on the road. Tonight is going to be a night spent at another Cracker Barrel. Glad to have this finally taken care of. Line was really long, but the guys were super nice and super helpful, and I can recommend it. I think this is called Middletown, New York, and it's a Valvoline.
Turn right onto Sunrise Park Road.
Continues.
Then at the next light, you'll...
So I've stopped at this gorgeous welcome to the capital region of New York welcome center, and they have a lot of displays concerning the area, and it's really very nice. But they also have a Taste of New York store filled with just what it says, things from this region of New York. And I stopped for, of course, a postcard, and they did have plenty of postcards, but they were giant size, nothing small. They have this really cool play area for children, which I haven't seen anywhere before. And of course the iconic I Love New York sign. So I'm gonna get back on the road, continuing on, but this did bring me some joy momentarily. Hello there, it's Penny and Holly again in the van at the end of day 3 of what I'm now calling my Return to Joy van trip. So did I have a joyful day? Yes, I had a very joyful day. It's a little hot now. I'm waiting for it to cool off before closing up the van and getting ready for sleep. We started the day out in Pennsylvania and we ended up in New York. Surprise, surprise. Where will tomorrow take us? I don't know. Holly doesn't know. If you have some suggestions, again, leave them in the comments. I read all of the comments and I appreciate them all very much. We're having a great time. So please stay tuned for a video tomorrow as I continue to try to post a video every day of this trip. Thanks for joining us, and please, if you haven't already, take a moment to like this video and subscribe. It gives me reason to continue making the videos. I'm having a good time doing it. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.